Ask for something very specific. Everybody always says public safety is first priority, but one of the things I've been trying to do for the city of Torrance is that nowadays it seems like everybody's running red lights and stop signs. Do all of you kind of notice that nowadays? And then e-bikers as well.
I noticed it as I'm running through it.
Right.
On my e-bike.
Get the whip.
What is your opinion from the state legislature? Would you give the city of Torrance the authorization to use cameras to give out citations for running red lights, running stop signs?
Hell no.
Yeah, don't tell. We want their honest answer. You booing now, they're not going to say what they really think. Come on, guys. Think
or folks running out, running stop signs or red lights
Hell
on
to the no.
e-bikes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would, because it's
Okay.
not about keeping your eyes on everyone, but it's making sure that you do the, you use your tools that you have to, you don't have enough cops. You cannot have a police car at every corner. It's just impossible. I live in Torrance. I've actually been putting on social media all these cars that are running. Even yesterday, a car did not stop. It went through the stop sign literally at the same speed that it was driving all along. It was really scary. So this is just to prompt the cops to see where these issues are happening so that they can go and arrest these people.
Yes, Mayor Chen, where are you? Right there. Okay.
George, come on.
Yes.
He's right there.
I know. Well, I know, but all these lights are on.
I know.
George and George.
Okay, you know that, Derry. Yes, I support the cameras.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
and I support using technology to also address the issues that are facing, the police department and the fire department, public safety personnel.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So Mayor
Steve,
Chen,
take your time.
Mayor Chen,
Think about this.
are you talking about live cameras, or are we talking about the stoplight cameras that we see, such as in Hawthorne or Culver City?
Some call it the red light cameras, that's for stop signs and stoplights.
Okay.
But I'm talking about, looking at technology so that when they're just running stop signs, just like what Jessica's saying, we just don't have enough
This
officers.
is Fourth Amendment stuff.
I would, first and foremost on the e-bikes, I would take it, instead of it being at the local level, we need a state law to govern the e-bikes. So that's number one.
That's legit.
Number two, in terms of stoplight cameras, until we can see the constitutionality of it, because as we've seen in other municipalities, it's been thrown out, it's unknown. But to try to address that issue, maybe the city of Torrance needs even more funding to have more police officers, more traffic, so that, like one of your fine traffic officers, Stuart Scott, he can have more people on the streets.
How about how they voted for? Did they vote for Trump or not?
Yeah, I think it gets in a very dangerous area when you start talking about this police state type of
Yes.
atmosphere. And although we understand it, I think all of us want public safety, but there comes a moment when you have to decide, am I giving up my personal freedoms and basically just our freedoms for safety, for liberty. I think that we noticed some of that in the COVID epidemic, right? It wasn't an epidemic, but everybody's like, oh, it's public safety. And really what they're doing is they're kind of taking away your rights to do anything, right? So
Yes.
I'm in support of technology, but I think that there is a very thin gray area where you go from public safety into a police state.
Yep.
And we have to have people in those offices that we can trust to kind of walk that line. And I think that's tough, right? Does everybody think that's tough? To get somebody in a position that is going to understand that this technology in this area is for public safety only and not to abuse it. So how would you guys prevent the abuse of technology? For instance, we're living in a time now, I've been seeing these police, what do they have? I've been seeing ICE and Border Patrol using drones, and I think do we have drones yet in Torrance? We have drones.
First responders.
Yeah, wow, right? I mean, oh my gosh, I never thought we'd see that. But so how do we prevent drones and these cameras and these different types of technology? How do we prevent the misuse by our government in that area?
Don't do it.
You're talking local government, correct?
I'm talking
You're
about local government. Well, everything starts with the local government. If we give it to the local government, trust me, it won't be long before the federal government's going to be using it.
Well, these drones are there to prompt the police where to go, where their services are best used and needed. So I do support drones. I know it's a fine line, and we do have to trust our leadership, but we have to have specific guidelines set in place so that it can protect the people as well, of course. But I mean, we do see drones that are being used now. I do see drones in my community, by the way. I see them because we see that they're chasing predators, they're chasing the bad guys up and down the streets, the helicopters are
That's
hovering
different.
over,
I don't care
and I know that they're using the drones in order to find and localize where these people are. Because
Or they finally found you.
correct.
I mean,
Because
how paranoid you want
we
to get.
cannot see through walls, so these tools help us to be able to elevate and to see from a panoramic perspective and to be able to identify their location. So it really is for our safety, but it is a fine line, and we do need to have the right policies and protocol in place so it does not get abused.
All right, George, you're next.
Well, when I'm elected to this office in Sacramento, what I'm going to do is create a task force, and I'm going to be inviting all the police chiefs to come to listen to their concerns and how we can protect our freedom and not have big government overseeing us, because this is something that we have to protect and not allow it to get out of hand. And it's a very complicated issue, and it's going to require us sitting down and working this out, and then presenting it back to the communities and get their support. We need to get the city councils to support, any changes, because technology is here and it's going to grow, and we're going to need it for the various reasons that Mayor Chin pointed out earlier.
All right, that's it. I've seen this movie, by the way. It doesn't end well. Just so you know.
It's called Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
So you're like all okay with red light cameras giving us tickets?
No.
Really?
It's a slippery slope. This technology thing is a slippery slope, but not one that I'm willing to go down. We need to just get back to basics. That's it. Back to basics. We didn't have drones before, and we were able to stop this stuff. What it is, it's funding. It's funding for our law enforcement, for public safety, and it's morale. How many people want to be police officers right now, coming out of what's happened? So what we need are leaders who are willing to back the badge. That's it. Back the blue. Where is our last? I don't see any of our elected officials, even on the Republican side, sitting there saying, you know what? Become a police officer. Go into law enforcement. They're the ones who are there to save us. They're the ones. There used to be a saying, you don't like the cops until you need one. Right? Just like you don't like a lawyer until you need one. So we just need to get back to basics. We've all lost that focus. We need to support our law enforcement, our first responders, put the funding there, and let's just put our money where our mouth is. And we don't necessarily need technology to do that. Technology can enhance, but it doesn't replace. That's it.
All right, well, thank you guys very much.